Hi there. Today we are going to be working on our 2-page spread for I observe and I infer. We're going to be working on the page with the magnifying glass, which is page 9, and the page with the infer, observe, bear picture on page 8. We're going to fill in those two flaps on page 8 and some information in the microscope as well as some information on the side of the page. As with the other videos, I will put a picture at the end that you can pause to make sure you have everything written down correctly. So when we are making scientific observations, we need to make sure that our observations are going to be, here we go inside the magnifying glass, that they're going to be detailed. They're going to be accurate, scientific, which means we're going to use our big words if at all possible, and objective. We want to make sure that anyone who doesn't really know science can figure out what you were trying to observe just by looking at your notes. We use observations to make inferences. So what we're going to do is take a colored marker. It really doesn't matter what color. I'm going to use green. And I'm going to draw a little arrow that kind of goes over. That's a really bad arrowhead. There, I fixed it. From page 9 to page 8. It's going to kind of point from the magnifying glass to the I infer, I observe page. And right above that arrow, we're going to say, use your observations to make inferences. How do you know someone is mad at you? They don't always tell you that they're mad at you, but you can see it on their face. You see it in the way that they walk or the way they speak to you, the words that they're using. And we can make inferences based off those observations. I see someone has an angry face. They're crossing their arms at me. They're giving me that evil glare. I can infer that they are upset with me about something. I'm also going to take my marker that's green and I'm going to write the word observation over here in the corner of page 9. Observation. It's our definition. And what do we mean when we say observation? We are saying it is the use of tools and our senses to better understand our world. And then on page 8, above the I infer, I observe, we're going to write inference. And I'm going to use a different color for the word inference. I'm going to use orange this time. We're going to write our definition of the word inference. An inference is an idea or conclusion based on evidence and reasoning. Now, I use the example of someone being upset with us as an easy example to think about, but of course our scientific observations are going to be related to science. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to open up this I infer, I observe packet. You have this picture of this nice little bear. And we're going to make some observations about the bear and then some inferences about the bear. What do we see? Observations, just facts on what we see. I see that it's daytime because there's sunlight coming out. I know that the bear is brown. There are green leaves. He's leaning against a tree. Those are all things that I can observe. So on my I observe tab, I'm going to write some bullet points there. A brown bear. Daytime. Leaning on a tree. Green trees. His eyes are closed if you look closely. I want to observe that he's happy, but can I really tell he's happy? Can I really figure that out? He's not smiling, but he looks peaceful because his eyes are closed, because his mouth is closed. He looks like he might be even scratching his back, but I don't know that for sure. I'm just making an idea based on what I observed. So under the I infer, I'm going to make some possible ideas. May be happy. Peaceful with a question mark. Scratching back with a question mark, right? Maybe he's scratching his back. He might be hungry. He might be tired. So I'm putting all those with some question marks just because I'm using a picture to make inferences of. I don't have any other senses to help me support those inferences. Alrighty, so I'm going to make sure that you have a picture of what these pages look like at the end of this video, and then I will catch you in the next one.